What is motion? Motion along a straight line and concept of distance and displacement we are going to learn in this video. This is science in which we are going to learn about physics, in which one important topic is motion, which is useful for grade 9th and 11th standard students. Here we are going to learn about the basic physics. This is part 1. Hello friends, myself Sunil Kumar Jadhav and welcome back to my channel. We are going to discuss about motion. So first of all, let us try to understand what is the meaning of motion. In everyday life, we see some object at the rest and other are in motion. What do you mean by motion? If something is moving, we are calling it is in motion. Birds fly, fish swim, blood flows through the vein and arteries, and car can move. Atoms, molecules, planets, stars and galaxies are all in motion. We can say that even if we are steady on the earth, we can say the earth is rotating on its own axis as well as it is revolving around the sun. Even this sun, that is solar system, is along with the sun revolving around the galactic center of the galaxy. And this way we can say everything is in motion. We often perceive an object to be motion when its position change with the time. When we can say something is in motion, suppose this pen is here and if it is moving, after some time it will be seems here, then we can say the pen is in motion. But here we have provided the force to make it move. That force we will learn later on. Here we are going to discuss only about the motion. However, there are situations where the motion is inferred through indirect evidence. For example, infer the motion of air by observing the movement of the dust and the movement of leaves and branches of the tree. We know that we cannot see the air is moving, but the effect of the air on the leaves, on the dust, that we can see. So indirect proof gives us the evidence of the motion. An object may appear to be moving for one person and stationary for the other person. Let us try to understand this. Say for example, this pen is a train. We are sitting in a train and this is a platform. Now train is moving. If we are sitting in a train, we can see the object, that is platform or the trees which are outside seems to be in motion, because here those are not moving but we are moving. But as we are sitting in the train, we can see those platform, trees and everything is moving, and the passengers sitting with us are not seems to be moving, because this motion is as per the reference point. We are in the train is moving, but we seems that passengers are steady sitting beside us. The luggage of the passenger and everything is steady or stationary, and the object, that is platform, trees and etc. are moving. So we can say that an object may appear to be moving for one person, can be stationary for the other. As if we are sitting inside the train, the platform seems to be moving, but the person who is standing on the platform seems the train is moving, and all the things which are on the platform, the trees beside this platform is steady. So everything is depending upon the position. Here, first of all, we are going to clear the concept of the motion along a straight line. The simplest type of motion is the motion along a straight line. First of all, we have to learn about the motion on the straight line. We shall first learn to describe by an example. Consider the motion of the object moving along a straight path. Here, on this number line, we will try to understand the motion on the straight line. The object starts its journey from point O. This is point O, we can call it origin, so it is written to be O, which is having distance 0. This all distance have been shown in kilometer. You can see that the object starts the journey from O, which is treated as its reference point. This is reference point O. In this reference, as we say, the train is a reference for we, if we are sitting inside the train. So same way, this O is a reference point. Let A, B and C, this 3 points represent the position of the object at the different instances. You can see this point C is at the 25 kilometer away from this point O. This point B is 35 kilometer away from this point O, and point A is 60 kilometer away from this point O. At first the object moves through C and B and reaches A. object starts its motion from O, it is moving on the straight line path, it reaches to C, then it reaches to B, and ultimately it reaches to point A. At the first, the object moves through C, B and A, then it moves back along the same path, reaches C through B. Reaches C through B. It means the object started motion from point O, it reaches on C, then it continues its motion, it reaches on B, then it reaches on A. Then it takes the U-turn and it comes back to point C by passing from point B. That we can say it started its motion from O, goes to C, then B, then A, then reverse back and coming on point C, passing through point B. So this is the motion of the object. Total path length covered by the object. If we say the object started its motion from point A, it reaches to it starts its motion from O, it reaches to point A and then it comes back to C. In that way, the total path length covered by the object can be shown by, it has started its motion from O, it reaches to point A. The distance between this O and A is mentioned here, 5, 10, 15, this is total 60. So, the total path covered by the object is O to A and then A to C. So, we can say first of all that is OA plus it comes from A to C. So, OA plus AC. We'll write the distance, that is this one, this is O, it goes up to A, means how many kilometers? 0 to 60, it has covered 60 kilometer, plus A to C. What is A to C? That is it reverse back and it comes back this much of distance. How much it is? We'll take it 60 to 50, 10 kilometer, 50 to 40, 10 kilometer. Again, this 40 to 30, it is again 10, 10 plus 10 plus 10, 30 plus this 5. So that is 35, 60 plus 35. This AC is 35, OA is 60. So 60 plus 35 is equal to, we'll write it, that is 60 plus 35, 95 kilometer. So that way, how much distance has been traveled or how much distance has been covered by the object? That is same OA plus AC, as we have written, that is OA is equal to 60 plus AC is equal to 35. So the distance traveled by the same object is 95 kilometer. Now let us try to understand about the other quantity, that is displacement. This is the distance covered by the object, that is 95 kilometer. To describe the distance, we need to specify only the numerical value and not the direction of the motion. Here what we have done it, we have only used the numeric value, that is this is 60 and this is 35, total is 95. We have not used the direction, in which direction it has moved. First it has moved from left to right, then it has come from right to left, but we have not mentioned the direction over here because this is distance. The numerical value of the physical quantity is its magnitude. From this example, can you find out the distance of the final position C of the object from the initial point? If you want to find out how much distance it has been traveled from beginning to end, it has moved from point O to A, from A to C. The initial position is O and the final position is C. We need to find out the distance between these two. And if we will find out the distance between, shortest distance measured from initial to the final position of the object will be considered as the displacement. We will say what is the final position? We will write displacement is equal to final position minus initial position. What is final position? How much it is? It is on 25. So we'll write it. It is 25 minus, it is on C, at the final position C. So it is 25 minus initial position. Initial position is how much? It is 0. So the distance, that is shortest distance between this initial point and the final point, is 25 kilometer. So now I hope you have understand the difference between distance and displacement. Distance is a quantity which is the total path length covered by the object, that is called distance. If you want to define the distance, how will you define? total path length covered by the object is called as a distance. And what is displacement? The final position minus the initial position means the shortest distance between the final position and the initial position is considered as its displacement. Distance does not require any direction, while displacement need the direction. We can call it that it starts its position from point O and it has moved on the right hand side up to point C, that is at the 25 kilometer. So what is the difference between distance and displacement? Displacement is the difference between final position and the initial position on the shortest distance, while distance is a total path length covered by the object. So here in distance we do not require the direction, while in displacement we require the direction. The quantity which required the magnitude only, this is what the numerical value which is called magnitude, but it does not require the direction. Such quantity is called as the scalar quantity. Remember this word, it is called scalar quantity. In physics we can call scalar quantity. What does it mean? Scalar means it requires only magnitude but does not require the direction. And another one, that is vector quantity. Vector quantity, what does it mean? Vector quantity is such a quantity which require magnitude as well as the direction both. This is what we call as a vector quantity. So we can call it distance is the scalar quantity and displacement is a vector quantity. I hope you have understand this. Even if we will move to this same way in another example, can the magnitude of the displacement be equal to the distance traveled by the object? Consider the given example for motion of the object from point O to A. If the object has started its motion from O and it reaches to point A, in this case the distance and displacement both will remain same. That is, distance is also 60 km and displacement is also 60. But just imagine the object has started its motion from O, it reaches to point A and then comes back to point B. In this case the distance traveled by the object will be, this is 60, it comes back, that is 60 plus 10 70 plus 10 80 plus 5, that is 85. If it is on point B, the distance traveled by the object will be 85. 60 plus 70, 80 and 85. While in the same case, what is the displacement? When the object starts its motion from O, reaches to A and then comes back to B, it is the shortest distance between final position and the initial position, that is 35 minus 0. So in this case the displacement is 35. So this is how you can understand about the distance and displacement very easily. Now another case I will explain to you by which it is clear to you in the mind that what is distance and displacement. I will take one of the right angle triangle. We cannot draw the right angle triangle this way, but I am just explaining it. That's why I have draw. Let me say this measure I will take it 4 centimeter. Here I will make the 90-degree angle. If I will draw this way, it will not make 90 degree. For that we need to use the construction. But simple I am taking it. This is 3. Suppose this point is taken to be A, this point I will consider as B and this point I will consider as C. This is 90-degree angle. I will join this point A and C. So it makes right angle triangle ABC. Now just imagine the distance between this A and B point is 4 km. I have taken 4 centimeter, which I will write it in kilometer, that is 4 km. And this B to C will be considered as 3 km. Okay, now we will say the object has started its motion from point A. It reaches to point B by covering 4 km distance. Then as the object starts moving from this point, it goes here and then it turns 90 degree at the left hand side. The object starts motion from this side, so it will be its left hand side. So it will be going from point B to C at 90 degree angle and it goes up to point C. So how much distance has been traveled in this case? We'll say the distance traveled that distance traveled by the object is equal to the total path length covered by the object. It means first of all this is A to B plus then it takes 90 degree and it reaches from point B to C. So AB plus BC. So how much distance has been traveled by the object? Distance traveled by the object is AB plus BC. What is AB? AB is equal to 4 km plus what is BC? BC is equal to 3 km. So total distance traveled by the object when it started its motion from point A and reaches to point C, that is distance traveled from A to C, that is equal to 7 km. Now if we are talking about displacement, as we have discussed, in the case of displacement we need to find out its shortest distance. That means we'll not consider this path but we'll take the shortest distance, and that is this AC. So what is this AC? How will you find it out? This displacement done by the object is this AC. How will you find out the value of this AC? In mathematics you have already learned about the Pythagoras theorem. So with the help of this Pythagoras theorem you can find out the displacement, that is AC. We'll find out the value of AC, that is displacement is equal to AC. What is that measure? It's a right angle triangle. I'll write it that triangle ABC is right angle triangle. So as per the Pythagoras theorem, we can write it that AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. What is the value of AC? We don't know, so we'll write it AC square is equal to AB square. AB is equal to 4, so it is 4 square, plus BC is equal to 3, so it is 3 square. 4 square is equal to 16 and 3 square is equal to 9. 16 plus 9 is equal to 25. So AC square is equal to 25. Hence, if we will take the under root of this 25, it is 5. So AC is equal to 5. So this AC distance is 5 km. So in this case we can write displacement AC is the shortest distance, that is A to C, and that is equal to 5 km. So you can see that distance traveled in this case, while the object has started its motion from point A, reaches to point B and then take the 90 degree angle turn and then it goes to point C. The distance traveled by the object is 7 km, while the displacement done by the same object from started its motion from point A, reaches to B and reaches to ultimately C. The shortest distance is this AC. So displacement is 5 km in this case. So I hope the concept of distance and displacement would be clarified in your mind. The distance is the total path length covered by the object, while displacement is the shortest distance between the final position and the initial position. Distance is the scalar quantity, is require only magnitude, it require only the numerical value, while displacement is a vector quantity which require magnitude as well as the direction both. So this is the basic difference between distance and displacement. I hope by this example you have clarified your doubt regarding the distance and displacement, and now you can understand what is distance and what is displacement in the physics. So this is clear from my side. I hope you have understand this. If you have really understand, then click on the like button and share with your friends. Thank you so much. See you in the part 2.